Hello everyone, this is Rob McClellan from Plasticity Technologies, and our next video is showing you how to add a client. Now, add a client, we're at the dashboard here as you've seen in the previous video. We're going to go to the search menu, and the search menu will bring us to the four tables where we can search, which is the clients, projects, suppliers, and employees. So we're going to click on the Add Client, and as we see in the Add Client, we have a series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. And this is in fact called a wizard, and it's a series of steps that you complete, and as you complete each one, you move on to the next part of the wizard. It's a super easy way to keep on top of the adding functions in the system. And as a matter of fact, that's the way you're going to be adding projects, tasks, and orders and such. So we're just going to go back to the search part for the client first before we go through the ad. And if we can imagine that we received a phone call from a client, and the phone call is coming in from somebody named Trudy McDonald. Trudy McLeod, as a matter of fact. So we're going to put in her name to see whether or not she has been a client previously, and we find no, we don't have any hits on her name. So we're going to look at the phone number, which is 423-2610, and we do check on that. And in fact, we don't have a hit on the phone number. So we know that they've never been on the system before, so it's reasonably safe to assume that we can add a brand new client and not duplicate. So the type of client is a residential client, and her full name is Trudy Cloud, M-A-C-L-E-O-D, and her phone number, don't forget 902 and 423-2610. The referral type, she found us from the website, and if we had comments to put in about that client, we could, or we're just going to skip over that. Continue to the next part of the wizard, and this is enter the contact. So in this case, if Trudy had somebody like her husband or somebody else that wanted to be involved in taking calls, being a contact, we would put them in, and in fact we will do that. We're going to save Trudy there, and we're just going to put Tom McLeod, and he's going to be a contact, and we're going to put in his phone number, which is work phone number is 4902 and 454-6767, and actually Tom has an email at gmail.com. So we're going to say that contact Tom is also a contact. So either one of these clients would be fine to talk to. So we're going to continue, and we go to our next step, which to add the address. Now it's a residential address, and the address is 4210 Banks Street, and that 4210. So we're just going to correct this little error here. I'm just going to put this in. 42 Banks Street. And the city is Halifax. And the postal code is B3B1B2. We're going to say continue. Notice the flow here. We've completed all the necessary parts of adding the client that we needed to so far. We come to the billing address, which is very important. We know the work address, that work is being done. Turns out that it is a home, so it's going to be the same for the billing address. Now we're going to continue. And here we come to the final part. After we've added the client, this is actually setting up the project. And the project type is going to be an interior project. And the comments that from the client were to paint the downstairs basement and plaster repairs. Also paint entire living room and dining room. So we have that. We know the rental status here is that they own their home. And here we have Tom as the contact, and he's the admin contact. The billing address and the due date, they would like to have the job completed by December the 10th. So it gives us some time. And the best part of the day is any time of the day and during the weekdays. And now we're going to just hit the continue here. And now we can see we have created the client. And here it's Trudy McLeod. Here's her phone number. And as we see the project, we have created the project. It's project number 207291, and there's the address. And it's a quotation requested. We can just quickly look at the details here. And the details will be that here's the name and address and the long description. The requested date was on the 16th of November, and the due date is the 12th of December. And we're just going to go back to the search tab here, and we're going to have a quick look at the dashboard. When we check out the dashboard, what we're going to be looking for here under the requested is that the job for Trudy will show up in the requested status. So we go down here, and sure enough, 207291, 42 Bank Street, Trudy McLeod. And just one little tip, if you work from the dashboard, you could click on this job project, and it'll take you right to the project, and you're ready to add tasks, which will be our next step. So that's it for now, and I'm going to see you later.